summon lightning and or throw objects across the room.
Turn into a werewolf in the middle of chemistry class?
Right, exactly. So I don't know, man. I don't know if I can buy Xavier's dream. So where does that leave us?
Well, I think we know exactly where it leads us.
I'll get the markers. You get the postboard.
Got it.
Good afternoon, everyone. No. There's more people than that in here. Good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of DragonCon, I would like to welcome you to the city of Atlanta and to DragonCon 2012. Before we get started with the panel, if you could, make sure that your cell phones are set to silent or vibrate. Do not take any calls while in the room. Flash photography and video photography are permitted until they annoy our guests that are up here, and then you have to respect their wishes and stop, please. Now, I know what you all came here for is not to hear me right off the rules, so let's get to it. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to welcome Adam Baldwin to DragonCon. Now welcome Sean Marr. Welcome, thanks for coming.
Wow.
Thank you.
Wow.
We assembled just a few close friends for you today.
Right? Wow. Like
So,
this ballroom.
these Q&As, the way that we work is we have two mics in the crowd. Each one of my staff members is running a mic, so if you would, just raise that mic and show them. We ask you to line up on those two people down each aisle in a safe and orderly fashion. And remember to kneel so people behind you can still see. As soon as we get some folks on there, which I think they're already there, we'll start asking some
These
questions.
rules are boring.
I know. Adam Savior, go over here. Let's have a question over here. There you go.
No questions?
I think the mic is camouflage. There you go. I have a question over here.
Where?
Okay, we'll start over here. Can't delay.
Say it!
There you go.
Thank you all for coming here. My question's for Adam.
What's your name, sir?
Larry.
Hi, Larry.
Hi.
Larry, everybody.
Of course, the first movie I remember you in is My Bodyguard. But also, there's another, the second thing I remember you from was a TV movie you did called Poison Ivy with Michael J. Fox. And I was wondering if you have any memories of making that.
Yes. Poison Ivy was a television movie, actually, with Michael J. Fox and Nancy McKeon and who else was in that? Gosh, there was a whole bunch of people, but I'm blanking because it was so long ago now. I played the fascistic camp counselor Ike Dimmick. And my favorite line from that whole thing was I had a whistle, one of those jerky whistles that I twirl around my finger. Blow it hard and say, "You kids, stop having fun." That's who I was. These like stupid little tight, like coach shorts, golf shirt, and all that stuff, like yellow and like maroon. But it was in Rutledge, Georgia, and it was, it's the first time I ever went frog gigging. Apparently they do actually make that sound. when you get them. That's why they call it frog gigging. So that's my story, I'm sticking to it. Anybody here ever had frog's legs? They're disgusting. It tastes like a swamp.
I like them.
With a texture of chicken, the taste of swamp. You like it?
I do. Yeah, I like everything.
You're a foodie.
I am a little bit. Yeah. I'll eat anything.
I like snails.
I like snails.
I prefer oysters to snails, but I will eat snails on occasion.
We went to this really amazing restaurant last night
Oh my god.
called the Woodfire Grill. Yeah, if you haven't been, you must go.
Every bite, every second.
Oh my god, oh no. You saved the corks from the wine we had.
Around them today.
Yeah.
Oh god.
We gotta have gags, man. We gotta kill time. So
Yeah.
any little laugh you can get.
We can always talk about my bodyguard.
Don't get him started.
Sean, when you first saw My Bodyguard,
Uh-huh.
what did you think of Martin Mull? Ruth Gordon?
You haven't seen it, have you?
It's your loss. Anyway, so what's not? What? You haven't?
Who's a question? Which friend? You've just been waiting so long. I don't want to keep you waiting.
Well, thank you very much, Jewel. My name's Devin. I'm from Oakland County, Michigan, and they told me I get one question. So, the one question that I have is actually for Adam.
Oh.
Let me guess, my bodyguard?
No, actually, Adam, you are a conservative, and I'm kind of curious. Wow.
No, I'm an American.
I was just kind of curious about your perspective working in an environment where it tends to be so liberal.
There's good wine. Will Wheaton has a great rule. Don't be a dick at work. Do the bides, do the bides. Next question.
Hi. Hi, thank you guys for being here. Adam and Jewel, whenever I show... Sorry, Sean. I love you, Sean. I love you, Sean.
Hey, love you back.
We're not bullying
Layers
you.
down.
It's just that whenever I show Firefly to other people, they have very visceral reactions very quickly to Kaylee and to Jane. Everybody always falls in love with Kaylee right away, and every new person I've ever shown Firefly to says, I hate that guy. But they come to love him. And I wondered if maybe the two of you could tell us something about the way that you play him and why we fall in love with Kaylee so quickly and still come to love Jane even though he's not trustable.
I don't think I can take all the responsibility for Kaylee. I just got lucky. The writing was what it was, and you know, I got to play this always cheery, very happy, sunny, optimistic girl. I think Jane's really lovable. I do. And I also think that Janestown is one of the most underrated episodes.
I didn't know it was underrated.
Well, no one ever says my favorite favorite episode is Jamestown. They always say shindig.
Wait, which one was Shindig?
There she is.
Jamestown's my favorite episode.
You actually have my favorite line in that whole episode. This must be going crazy. It's like it kills me.
Yeah, if you're gonna quote it, you should probably get it right, Adam. This must be what going mad feels like.
Well, if you read the script, it says crazy, but you only remembered mad, so that's
Oh, wow.
Don't fight.
Stop bullying me.
I don't want to be in the middle of this. I don't like this seating arrangement.
Wait, you had a, was I supposed to comment
You were
on
supposed
this?
to answer something.
Oh, why is he lovable but hateable, loathable at the same time? Just talent. And fear of being killed off. I actually did fear being spaced in Ariel. I was worried about that because Joss had that sort of Damocles hanging over it. It's like, who's Damocles? Joss, I have no idea. Read, Adam, read. That's what he would do. Just not smart. Next question.
Hey guys, I'm Brian, and I love you guys, by the way. My question is for all three of you. What episode of Firefly asked you to expand your comfort zone the most? Like get out of it and whatnot?
That's a good question. Who wants to go first? I was actually just going to say Jamestown again. For me, I don't know
The
if
jump thing?
Yeah,
it's
like, I don't know if it was a comfort zone thing. It was just so nice for me in Jamestown to do something so different. It sounded like it was a ball to do that, and then specifically the drunk scene.
Playing drunk is always a lot harder than you would think.
Yeah.
Because the trick is
You think we
not
would
to
know how
play
to do
drunk.
it.
I thought the trick was just sort of nurse the liquor over the course of the shooting day. No?
That's because your method.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's not true.
I think the only time I kind of felt nervous was when we did Out of Gas. And I had that love scene. And I was in these little things that they call pasties in the industry that go over your nipples. They're really pointless actually because everyone can see your whole boob. So and Nathan was there, and I don't know, it was just weird. He's like my older brother, and I was like all in nudie pants. So that was a little nerve-wracking. Yeah.
You were there to witness Nathan when he was standing naked in the desert.
Oh yes, I was. Yes, I was, my friend.
So that was payback, yeah. Quality.
Do you remember when the doors opened and for one of the takes he had a picture of Joss's face?
Nice fig leaf. Comfort zone for me? Shoot. I really enjoyed brushing that woman's hair. So that wasn't really, I don't have a good answer. It was all my comfort zone. Born for that role.
I have a question for Jewel.
Uh-oh.
No, it's a good one actually.
Okay.
In terms of comfort zone and the work you did in Objects in Space was uncomfortable to watch.
That's good. That was the point.
Yeah. How did that feel? How was it? That was hard, right?
No.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm a pretty good crier. I can cry kind of easily, and then sort of comes to me really easily, and I just didn't know how far he wanted me to go. And it wasn't until we'd done a couple of takes where he said, now go as far as you can. And I said, oh, okay, I can do that. And we ended up using that one, just so it was as scary as possible. But I don't know, do you find it hard to cry? Get upset?
No.
See? Yeah. What are you talking about, Sean?
My question was stupid.
I didn't watch that episode. I was sleeping in it, so I didn't really.
Right. You didn't read that episode, did you?
Joss is funny. He goes, "Yeah, sorry, you're not really in this one because this guy comes on board and
You're sleeping.
if Jane's awake, you know, and you don't take him out, then I'd have to kill you." I said, "I'll be sleeping. Can I just drool?" He goes, "Oh yeah, drool's good." Big old puddle on the. Gotta make sure we have a dark sheet, so there's really a puddle. Really.
Which was the episode that Gina was hardly in because she was away getting married?
Oh, that was
What was it?
when she gets. Oh, that was Outcast. No.
Oh yeah, it was.
Yeah.
I think it was. Yeah.
An explosion then. So was in
Yeah.
the infirmary for the whole episode.
That's why she was in the infirmary.
She knew it
because-
was off getting married.
Yeah.
She came for like one day of work
Yeah.
and laid there. She was newly Mrs. Lawrence Fishburne.
Yeah, she was.
Yeah. None of us were invited to the wedding,
No.
so we all let stay.
No, but
That's
Lenny
It
cool.
was a very private affair, so.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Lenny Kravitz.
Yeah. I think there was only like 500 people there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was small. It was small.
Wasn't it
I get it. I
They're
understand.
trying to keep the budget down.
Yeah.
They can't afford much.
No.
Forget, did they go to like Tahiti or Bora Bora, or that is Tahiti, or you're not listening to me. They do that all the time. They get into this like giggling thing and they completely ignore me. Sitting right here. It's a souvenir.
Let's get a question from over here.
Hey guys, I love all y'all's roles in Firefly, but Adam, this question's for you. After Firefly, they were here more than you, but Adam,
What's your name, sir?
What did he say?
What's your name?
My name is Matt.
Matt.
You actually had an experience with Alan and Nathan working with Bungie on Halo ODST. Can you go in a little bit on that?
We didn't actually work in the same studio or on Halo. We were in separate sessions. So, and I'm not really a gamer, so I tried to play the game once and like shoot at the sky, shoot at the floor. That's me. Just that guy. Damn it! Give me a real weapon. Better shot. So I couldn't really speak to any sort of a relationship with those two guys on that because we worked at separate days. Yeah, it's just scheduling conflict. But the funny thing is when you're doing those voiceover, you're sitting in a booth and you'll get a remote call from Seattle or wherever the heck the headquarters is from the producer or the creator, and he's giving you notes just over the intercom like he was in the next room. So it's it's newfangled gizmos, I gotta tell you. Amazing.
Question over here.
Hi, my name is Beth. I have a question for all of you. Have y'all read the comics that came out after Serenity ended?
Yes. And we're all still alive. From what I read.
Really? We are?
Just in case.
Yeah, just in case.
Just in case.
I always flip to the end, just to make sure.
Yeah, when you get the script, oh, I'm on the last page, cool.
Question over here.
Hi. This question is for Sean. Because you're my favorite.
Yeah.
I noticed that your character never curses in Firefly. And I saw the outtakes, and I think I saw you almost drop the F-bomb like once. So I was just curious if you ever...
Almost.
It was like half of one. It was like... Anyway, I was just wondering if you curse in your free time. I was just curious.
Do you not know me? No. I curse when I'm here. I curse when I'm around Jewel. But I've actually never cursed in front of my children. Yet.
You will.
But I do a lot of spelling for the children. Although now that my daughter is going to kindergarten, she's like catching on to what I am spelling. Yeah, but I don't. So I don't curse at all. I don't know, so maybe that's why I curse so much when I'm not with the kids. Because I need to let it out.
One of my favorite bloopers during the movie was when you kept saying, you had to say sleep easy. You had to say, well, sleep easy, and you kept saying.
I said it once, and
you did not say it once. You said it every time. You kept saying, sleep easy. And we caught on to it, and every time he said it, we would all die laughing. And
But I couldn't recreate what I said. These guys were all so good at doing it. Like I can't do it right now. I don't
Well, it
know
just
what
got
I
out of
did.
control.
And so
We're now
Nathan and Jewel could do it really well. Do it again.
sleep easy. Like all Steve Jobs, and we'll be like, sleep easy. Sound like this thing. It's gotten just like way out of control. But you said you got mad because Nathan kept laughing during your line, and you were supposed to be all serious. Yeah. And you were like, well, sleepy. Aww.
Oh, good times. Being made fun of all day long. Thank you.
Question over here.
If the show had continued, where would you have liked to see your characters go?
You know where I want to go.
Where? We wanted a baby.
Yeah, we wanted to have a baby. I think that would have been the best. Or 2 babies.
Or 7.
A whole new little mini crew. Yeah, and then maybe get like a Cocker Spaniel too. What show is this? This is a different show. It's not the same. It's not the same show anymore.
I could come in as the nanny. Read to your kids.
That is a scary notion.
Jack and Jill went up a hill to fetch a pail. Butter's milk. You can see why Joss was the writer. What? Oh, where's my character going? I don't know. I said more like I could get my own ship and like compete with Mal. Just to...
You would lose.
Well,
You would.
I would have some wins. Mostly draws.
Surrenders.
There's Bumpkin Shuttle, but what's her name?
Okay, next question. Let's not go down that road.
Hey y'all, my question's for all 3 of you.
Jewel, I saw your guest role in Dead Like Me, and I love that.
Oh, that.
That was a great episode. The show was great. But, my question's for all three. What were your favorite guest roles on other television shows?
That's a good question. Warehouse 13.
We had a lot of
That was
fun.
a lot of fun.
And it was like the worst shoot ever.
Ever. I mean, it was just, it was a brutal, long,
It was like,
the schedule was like.
yeah, our first day I think was 18 hours.
It was insane.
Started on a Monday
We
at
went-
like 7 a.m. and wrapped at, I don't know, 2 in the morning.
We went to work on Thursday, I think at 5 or 6 p.m.
Yeah.
Which means you go to usually count like 12 hours, but then we kept going over, so I think you went home and I had one more day to do.
You did, and you were like, please don't leave.
Don't leave me. Don't leave me. And I had to go to work at I think 10 o'clock at night on Friday.
But they
Missed my flight.
had these huge fans, big industrial fans during one of our scenes. And it was just so cold. And there was dirt and everything flying in the air and getting in your eyes. And I don't know, every time I looked at Sean in that purple suit, I would just laugh. It just made me laugh. He was in like head to toe purple spandex. Come on. It was amazing. And when he first put it on, he came out of his trailer and I was like, no, this is not happening. I just started laughing and Sean was like, look at this shit. This is my job.
It was form-fitting.
It was very form-fitting.
It was form-fitting and it was actually like one piece, so I couldn't, it pulled up, like my shoulders pulled the spandex, so in the beginning I would kind of make my way.
Yeah, he'd be really subtle and polite.
And towards the end, they'd be like, rolling, I'd be like, hang on. Good times. And those boots that I wore, never mind. My shins were so bruised when I got back to LA.
You all right there, pal?
Did you answer?
Yeah, same.
Mine was Ethan Slaughter on Castle. Just because Nathan promised that I could chew the furniture and just go wild, so I was like, oh great, I'm in. And then he let me keep the coat. That shiny brown coat. There was actually a line that they cut out when we exchanged coats. My first notice is I said, that is a very shiny brown coat. They thought that was a little on the nose.
Sean and I are boycotting Castle until we're on it. Sorry.
I don't see why that's so difficult.
Yeah. Apparently it's real hard.
Let's text Nathan.
We should get like a petition started. But we want to be on together.
Right.
And we want to be the suspects. Right? The killers. Sean goes, and the killers.
Be quiet.
Poor guy.
I was on many shows. Not yet. You have a question?
Yes, hello. Love all of you guys, but this is for Sean. I understand that you and Joss and Nathan worked together on a redo of Much Ado About Nothing. I wanted to know your takeaway from that, your experience with that, and if we could look forward to any more work from you here in the near future.
Well, first of all, we go next weekend. We're at the Toronto Film Festival. That's where we're premiering. yeah, exciting. And Jules going with Nathan.
Okay. Just look. We're all going together.
Me and Nathan and Jules are all going to be each other's dates. Oh gosh, I feel like I could talk about it forever. I'm going to give you the abridged version. Yeah, Joss sort of just reached out, and I got an email. I was shooting a show in Chicago at the time, and got an email from Joss saying, I'm doing this movie, we're throwing together, I need a sexy villain, what saith you? And I was like, does that mean you think I'm sexy, Joss? But anyway, so I was terrified. I've never actually done Shakespeare, neither had Nathan. I was so scared because it's Joss. You always want to do right by Joss, obviously. But I was so excited to do it. It was a passion project for him, so it was just kind of hard to not be infected by his energy. And everybody who showed up wanted to be there like 150%. We shot in 12 days, which is unheard of, extremely short amount of time, all in his house. A ton of rehearsal, so it wasn't like, oh, we just had 12 days to do it. Like, we did a lot of rehearsal beforehand, and like I said, everybody was so committed to it that when we showed up to do the work, it was exhilarating. So it was so terrifying to begin with, and then just one of the most rewarding jobs I've ever had, because essentially he was sort of just shooting live theater. So it was like we were putting up on its feet. He said there was very little room for error. He knew what he wanted. He was going to set up, maybe do 3 setups, let us do the scene maybe once or twice. So don't fuck up and know your words. And it was magnificent. It was truly a wonderful experience.
And when you say rewarding, you mean he paid you well too?
Oh. I think I made more money doing a paper route. Paper route that I actually never had. No, I mean Joss jokes because we were being paid like almost nothing. I don't even know what we got paid. Whatever the scale is. But then it's another testament to everybody obviously that wasn't there because of the money. Nobody was there for the money. Everyone was there because they wanted to do it. And only Joss Whedon could do that, I think.
I actually have a question for Adam, if I may.
Uh-oh. Yeah.
Adam, my favorite role that you ever played in a movie was as Animal Mother in Full Metal Jacket. I'm a former Marine too, and I haven't known what kind of training it was like. What was it like to prepare for that role, both mentally and physically?
First of all, thank you for your service. We're up. I was in the second half of the war section, so I wasn't put in with the other guys in the training section. So our training wasn't as intense as theirs was. But Lee Ermey was there to help us with, with the guns and the ammo. But we were just play acting, really. I have very little trigger discipline in that movie. And I waste a lot of ammo. When you're out in the as they call it, shit. You don't want to be wasting ammo because first of all it's heavy and second of all you don't want to run out. So fortunately, I cheated. I was young and stupid and brave, and I had Lee Ermey telling me what to do. So that was the blessing that we had because he's great. He was just great. He was the real man to all of our young sort of foolishness, and he kept us in line. Thank God for that. And Stanley would yell at us. Stanley liked to do natural lighting, and since it was an English sky, there was always this cloud cover, so it had to break below the deck. All day long, we would sit around and play hearts and smoke cigarettes and think we were cool, and then all of a sudden, you'd hear this loudspeaker voice, Terry, tell the boys to get ready. The sun is ready. Let's go. Where are they? Why are they playing cards? Get them up. Ready. This mad scramble to do the scene, and then we'd lose the light. I'll go home and start the day over again the next day. Always waiting for the sun to break through, because it really was, Vietnam was just hot. England, where we shot it, was not hot. There's some scenes where you can see the breath. That didn't happen in Vietnam. But hey, stand to where I am. So the answer is not a lot of training. I've had a lot more training since.
Did you ever want to reprise a role like that?
Sure.
I was hoping to see more of that in Firefly.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole grenades line kind of reaches back down the mud a little bit.
Yeah. Good times.
Thank you.
Blow some shit up.
Question here.
Joel, you're the only one that I know for certain is a Doctor Who fan, but all three of you can answer if you're all fans. What is your favorite Doctor Who episode?
I've never seen Doctor Who.
Really?
No.
So
I've never seen a single
online,
episode.
there's a picture of you and a weeping angel, and she says that you ran up to her and you were super excited.
I had a couple cocktails. And her costume was just like really sick, and I wanted a picture of it. And she was like, well, if you take a picture, can I have one with you? And I was like, yeah, okay, cool. I didn't know what it was. And then all of a sudden it was this weird online thing where like that was years ago. And it's like followed me as this, big Doctor Who aficionado, and I've never seen it. Downton Abbey, we can talk Downton Abbey.
Sorry.
What?
Doctor Who?
Doctor Who?
Doctor Who?
No, I sadly don't.
I'm sorry. That was a very disappointing answer to your question, and I apologize.
Let's take another one from over here.
Hey guys. What was your favorite characteristic about your character on the show? Or maybe what did you like most about them? Or relate to?
I'm sorry, can you say that again?
What did you relate to the most about your character on the show? Or what did you enjoy the most about being that
What was your
character?
favorite characteristic of your character on the show? I really loved Kaylee's confidence. I admired it a lot. She just knew who she was, and she was relatively unafraid a lot of the time. There were a few times where she broke, but for the most part, she was just this fearless little young thing who took off in a ship with people she didn't really even know, just because she believed in the good in people. I just thought she was very admirable. Nice lady.
I liked Jane's.
Just like Raquel. Ignore him.
Forget it's there sometimes.
I loved Jane's restrained intelligence. Yes. At times he could have a lot of common sense, and at times he was completely clueless. But I also loved his tactile nature, touching things, eating things, consuming, playing with things, cleaning guns. I was always looking forward to doing that. We had a great prop crew. I was like, can I be eating? Can I be stabbing something with a knife? Oh, sure, yeah, here you go. I like that a lot. And then I loved his reverence for Mal. Or his fear.
I love Simon's vests.
That's a lie if I've ever heard one.
Oh God, I hated those vests. I loved his. I loved his. I feel like I've said this a gazillion times. So sometimes when, whatever. I loved his love for his sister. I loved his dedication. I loved the sacrifices he made. I loved everything that he did I think that was what first sort of drew me into him.
Also very admirable.
Yeah. Sure was.
Hello.
Hello.
I
Question is for Joel. Are any of the places you've eaten at going to make it onto your blog?
Are there, sorry?
Your Happy Obu blog?
Is there any
places in Atlanta?
in Atlanta?
We were saying last night she should blog.
Yeah, but this is the problem, is that we go out to dinner and we order all this food and then the animals attack the food and I can't take any pictures of it. I'm also an animal, and it's like halfway through eating where we're like, oh, I should have written about this. But like, I find that, and I've heard, that people appreciate the blogs with the photos more. But I have a few ideas up my sleeve, and as soon as I just wrapped my show and this is happening, and I have to move back to Vancouver and move into a new house. So as soon as that's all done and I'm settled, I promise you that I'll write far more often than I do. I will, promise.
It was a great meal. I was just saying you could probably find some of the pictures from the website of the restaurant itself. We
I could. What was the place we went to the night before? Rathbun's? That was awesome too. Really good. Food here is super good. You did.
What's your name?
My name's Alicia.
Isha?
Alicia.
Alicia.
Love your show. Love all the work that you do. This question's for Sean. When I watched your show, my husband turned me on to it. Your character that you play really got me with the brotherly and sisterly love. The way that you two interacted, it's very, very similar to my brothers and I. We were very close. You know, if anything happened to them, I'd move heaven and earth for them. And I wanted to know where you got your inspiration for that.
I have also, I'm one of 3, so I have an older sister and younger brother. I'm sorry?
I'm the eldest.
I'm the middle child.
MCS, middle child syndrome.
Makes so much sense, right? So I drew a lot, obviously I drew a lot from that, but it was sort of a combination because when Summer first, when we first started working together, it was really like her first job, and I instantly took a very protective, nurturing way with her. It was easy to do with her. She's so sweet and lovely, and so a lot of it was sort of, yes, I was drawing from experiences that I've had where I feel like I would do anything for my siblings, and then here I had this, wonderful actress who I was just meeting and just getting to know, and our time together and our scenes together were so intimate and special, and that was impossible not to let that relationship blossom just from us being people together. So it was a combination of my own experiences and then the relationship I had with Summer.
That's so serious.
Yeah, no, that got weird.
But the thing that balances that out is she was such a delicate jewel, not jewel, but like I should say gemstone.
Gemstone.
A delicate flower.
Backtrack much?
We wanted to protect her, and yet, of course, Nathan decided to make her the set scapegoat.
Right.
So and only Nathan could have gotten away with sort of instituting that policy that anything that went wrong was Summer's fault.
Literally.
Yeah.
Anytime anything went wrong, we would all say,
Yeah, Summer! But if any of us else had tried that, if Joss had done it, it would have been really, she would
Summer would say, I'm just doing my job.
Yeah.
You're like, Summer, we're kidding. You didn't screw that up. It's okay.
And then Nathan would walk by and say, yeah, you did. But he'd say it so charmingly that she would just laugh.
she's so quiet all the time. She's very soft-spoken. Everyone's, we're all sitting around, and Nathan looked at her and he was like, God, Summer, can you ever just shut up? And she was like, I'm sorry.
Hi, you've probably had this question before, but why was that particular hat chosen for you to get from, for Jane to get from his mom? Because now we have so many people walking around in their
How many? 22?
That's actually that's a lot smaller.
Well, Joss addressed this at Comic-Con when we had our 10th anniversary. He mentioned that, first of all, it was this, the reason it's lasted so long because it's this kind of iconic piece of memorabilia that is A, colorful, B, lightweight, C, cheap to produce. But, you know, and it's like, it's a complete non sequitur, and he's a big fan of those things. Like you're wandering down, like that dress is kind of like a non sequitur. It's just this beautiful birthday cake in a dead end alley. That just, why is that there? And they just wanted to sort of give something, a soft touch to Jane for that episode, and I embraced it wholeheartedly because. When I finally saw the thing, I said, I'm gonna wear that in every damn scene. and my near who directed that episode, he goes, really? Are you sure about that? Oh yeah, come on. Until the funeral, where I take it off for the out of respect for the dearly departed. Well, he wasn't so dear. It wasn't so dear, but it was very respects. So it worked out like that. It was just a hat from Mom. And he tasked someone who could knit in the office to make one. I said, go ahead, make it. And that's what we came up with. They built two, and one, the knitter, is that what you call it? The knitter kept, and the other one we put up for auction and for charity, and it brought in $5,000. So. Really the only way I could justify sort of keeping some of those things. Well, I'll keep it for a little while, and then I better auction it off for charity. But nobody's getting the knife.
Hi, my name is Tasha Cox. I'm from here in Atlanta, and I'm sorry I can't stand up. But I wanted to ask Adam about your other guest starring roles that you've had on other shows, because I know I've seen you a couple of times with David on Bones and also on Angel back when it was on. So could you tell me about how you feel whenever you have a chance to be on a show with someone that you've been on the show in the past?
What's your name, darling?
I'm sorry, Tasha.
Tasha. Thank you. First of all, David Boreanaz, for anybody who knows him or met him, is one of the coolest dudes in the world. And when I was fortunate enough to get hired onto Angel, that he was basically the conduit for why I got that. It was just one-off episode on Bones, and he was really the guy that said, yeah, hire him for that. And I see him at hockey games. We were there when the Kings They got the Stanley Cup this year. And, he was there with his 10-year-old boy, and he got to go down to the locker room and drink out of the cup. So I didn't want to push myself down there. I felt like name drop myself, say, come on, Luke, Robitaille, let me down there. God, I'm on a tangent. Anyway, Angel was good. Joss got me that job, and then David helped me get the other one on Bones. But David's a great guy, and it was nice to work with him. So, like that there. Where is that child? Beautiful. Happy child. Play music.
Question over name's John. Love your work. That is my child, by the way, so I take responsibility for that. I'm actually acting degree, and of course I'm attached to your role as animal mother. And I was curious to know.
Thank you for your service.
I was actually curious to know, in your mind, what's the relation between Jane and Animal Mother? What did you draw from Animal Mother as Jane, or did you?
Well, again, when I was doing that, I was minimally trained. I know you guys go through a lot more than I did. So nothing but regard and respect. So yeah, I've learned more in my private life about weapons and systems than I have in shows. So, I look at pictures of myself, I got my finger right on the trigger, it's like, dude, it's just so bad. Stupid actor. I don't know, it's just me. I think, flash forward a few years, a couple hundred years. The ethos comes from my dad taking me to shoot him on movies. When I was a kid, I fell in love with movies because my dad, he liked those Dirty Harry movies and the Clint Eastwood westerns, and he would take me to those. So that's the kind of stuff that I aspire to. It's like in my blood. So, all right. Real.
Okay, this is for all three of you. I was wondering, do you have a favorite line from your character in the show, and if you wouldn't mind saying it?
Going on a year now, I had nothing twixt my head.
I'm kind of partial to, can I know her?
It's okay to leave them to die.
This will be our last question of the day.
Sorry.
Time marches on, folks. I'm sorry.
Better not be for Adam.
And pressure.
Hi, my name's Amanda. I have a pretty lame question for all three of you guys. Just what's the most fun you've had on the set of Firefly, either filming or like offset shenanigans?
There's so many. I don't know why my head just went to poor Marina and the sunburn in her cleavage.
Why did your head just go there?
There's like Marina's burnt boobs. It's the funniest thing ever. But not for her.
That was pretty funny. I remember being in that dress from Shindig and Marina in a tiny, tiny little bathroom stall with me, holding the dress up while I peed. Super fun.
Sister. I love playing that palms are tall. And we were sitting there going, what the hell is this game? It was just like, just do it. You know, palms are tall, and here's a couple extra. No idea what we're doing.
We had a lot of fun. I think like
Well, that basketball game.
that was fun. Every time I watch an episode, there's a new memory that's triggered.
We also get a little
The last day. It was the last day of shooting the movie.
It's that amazing scene where Summer runs across.
Yeah, she
with
says,
the lights open.
my turn, and then runs.
My turn. She
jumps
turns and runs and dives, and Ross sort of just like. So we were hanging out waiting. We had to wait.
She had to do her whole fight.
She had to do the whole fight first, like da da da. So we had to hang out for probably like 8 hours or something. We were like, let's go to the liquor store.
Yeah. By like 5 in the afternoon, we were like, well, it's Gina, me, and you.
All we had to do was
Ellen.
go back in and lay down while Summer ran
So,
by. So it's
yeah.
not like we had to speak, be coherent. So it's not like we were being irresponsible. So we just decided. I think we held court in Miranda's trailer, and everyone came by. And suddenly we were like, I'm really drunk.
And they were like, and ready on set.
Ready for you guys? And we're like, no, not that bad.
Professional show business, ladies. Professional show business.
Thank you, Sean, Julie, and Adam, for spending some time with us today. We hope it was as fun for you as it was for us.
Thank you, Hotlanta.
Thank you guys so much for having us again.
Big damn heroes, ladies and gentlemen. As you exit the ballroom, please make sure you take all your belongings with you and stay in an orderly fashion. Don't step over one another. Be safe, and I hope you get to go out there and have some more fun. Thank you for being a part of the session today.